So after his time in Valhalla, Bob had informed me of visions of a UFO that he had during his experience, and so I have assembled a crew to find such discovery. This crew consists of femboys, the one and only Bob and Cherry Bomb, and him. Like every other journey, we started by collecting fuel to power our train. Once we did that, we embarked on a journey like no other. We first found ourselves at an isolated village. Like usual, we found the bank code and opened the vault. But within milliseconds, the femboy of gluttony devoured every instance of loot on the floor. This made the femboy of greed very, very sad. So of course I had to lighten up their mood with my melodies of healing on the banjo. Shortly after this, we found ourselves at the Sterling Caves. There was no loot here other than a green mask which I swiftly extracted and stored in my sack of wonders. As we were leaving, the femboy of greed said he sensed something. At that moment I didn't understand what he meant, but only time would tell. We then stumbled into another abandoned, zombie-infested village. We once again found the bank code and opened the vault of treasures. However, this time the femboy of greed and gluttony teamed up and snatched every microspeck of loot, leaving me with only 2 bonds. We then left on the train, to which I hopped on the driver's seat, and the one pronounced as him was not very happy about that. We then quickly made it to a safe post. Here the femboy of gluttony tried reminding me of our Easter failed adventure through a token, so like any sane person, I launched it into orbit. I was low on ammo, so I borrowed some of Bob's, and clearly, he didn't mind. I tried encouraging the femboy of sloth to do something other than sleep on top of the train with my music of harmony, but he didn't budge an inch. He then showed his distaste of these actions by blowing up the femboy of gluttony, of which the femboy of greed retaliated by blowing everyone else up, excluding me, because I am... After these events, we drove off like a happy crew once again. But while driving, the femboy of greed spotted something. He found Jim the unicorn, but sadly he had already been obliterated. I then stored Jim in my special sack, and we carried on. While on our way to Tesla, I accidentally fell off the train and stumbled onto a zombie holding a dynamite, but of course I survived. We then made it to Tesla and got the head of Tesla himself as a trophy. We then drove to our next safe